Hello Chatterbox viewers and welcome to a new video. Welcome to a new episode of Am I the Asshole? Where I am the asshole, but you're not the asshole. No, but the people in this video might be the asshole. And today, because I'm autistic, I'm not alone. Hell no. I am joined by someone that you already know. I am joined today by
Hello chat and VOD viewers.
Google Translate, and we are going to be having fun today and reacting to the Am I the Asshole stories of today. Let's get into it. Am I the asshole for not allowing my friend to drink alcohol at my house? So, are they allowed? Probably. I don't know, but probably they have like a thing of I have a bad history with like drinking and stuff, so they probably had an addiction before and that's why they don't want to have drinks at their house, but it might be something else. But I think that if that's the case, then no, you're not the asshole. But we're gonna see if they are the asshole or not.
I, 37F, do not permit alcohol in my house, and I haven't for 15 years. There is a lot of alcoholism in my family, and in my late teens, early 20s I was a problem drinker. Fortunately I realized before things became too bad and have not drunk a single alcoholic drink since. I don't object to others around me drinking. I just won't myself and don't want it in my house.
Understandable.
All of my family and friends are aware of this and the reasons why. A group of my friends and I enjoy playing board and card games. We have decided to have a games night once a month, taking turns to host in our homes. The first two were fantastic and we really enjoyed ourselves. Some people were drinking alcohol, and others weren't. My turn is coming up. And in making the preparation, I reminded people that I don't allow alcohol in my house, but if they wanted to bring non-alcoholic beer or wine, then that's okay. And I could make up a few different mocktails. I thought that would be a reasonable compromise and that people would be fine with not drinking for a 3-hour event. Unfortunately that was not so. Two of the group were extremely unhappy with that. They said that whilst they were aware of my house rule, they just thought I meant that I don't have alcohol in my house. And that I wouldn't object to others bringing some. I don't know where they got that idea. Because all events in my house they have come to were alcohol-free. Although I've only really hosted brunches and lunches where people tend not to drink anyway. They also said that not permitting them to bring alcohol was inappropriate and showed I was a bad host and a bad friend. We did end up in an admittedly petty argument, where they said that I was a hypocrite for not letting them drink, because I was practically an alcoholic at one point, and if I still can't be around alcohol after all these years then I needed help. I responded and said that if they can't go 3 hours without drinking then it was them that needed help. We tried not to get the others involved in the argument, because we didn't want them to feel like they needed to take sides, but the argument ended up going from an in-person one to an argument on our friend group chat. This has of course led to people taking sides, even those friends who are in the group chat but don't attend the games nights. I'm thinking of withdrawing from the games nights because of all the fighting. I still don't want alcohol in my house. But other people have been saying that I'm in the wrong for not complying with our country's social norm of drinking alcohol at events and parties. Others have said that there is nothing wrong with me having boundaries and that people shouldn't automatically expect to be allowed to drink alcohol at every event. I don't really know what to think about it, because they are right that where we live has a huge drinking culture and it is more normal than not to drink at evening events. AYTA for not allowing people to drink alcohol in my house.
No, you're not. No. As I said, if it's like, no matter the culture that you're in, you could be living in Russia where they drink vodka is like, I don't even know. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. No matter the culture, no matter what you do, it's your house, it's your rules, it's what you're comfortable with. So obviously, no, you're not the asshole. I would indeed say, like, then do it at a different house. If you want to drink that badly, do it at someone else's. And I'm sorry that you're thinking of withdrawing from everything. I'm really sorry about that. I really, if you want to hang out with your friends, then your friends should understand that, And I have never experienced someone who is a alcoholic, but if you have experiences with that, I can understand that you don't want alcohol in your house because it's a shitty thing. I know that. I know that. So, no, you're not the asshole. Absolutely not. I don't think you are. You're not. Your friends are, though. They need to respect you. Let's look for the next one. This one is called, Am I the asshole for controlling what my daughter's father let her eat? So, are you the asshole for controlling what your daughter eats at her father's? I am thinking she's not from... Alright, this is a tricky one. Just because, like, her daughter's father let her eat. That's confusing. That's confusing. It seems a bit over controlling, overprotective, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what this ends up as, and I think you are. I think you are, because it's a bit controlling, I would say. Yes. I think it is. Just a bit controlling. Just a type bit. We're gonna see the reasoning. Maybe the daughter has like an allergy or something. That could very much be, The daughter could be having an allergy for... Oh, it's a very short one.
I, 23, have a daughter, Kara, 4. I'd been dating Oscar, 34M, for about 5 months when I got pregnant. Backstory: Oscar had been on a break when I'd met and started dating him. I didn't know. Turns out they weren't on a break. She was infertile, so they'd agreed he'd get someone gullible pregnant and try and get full custody. He has weekends.
Oh.
I've got a dairy and egg allergy. It's bad, like just being around dairy and eggs can cause a reaction. So to be safe, my daughter can have dairy outside of the house, just not in the house. Oscar knows about my allergy. I started dating someone new. Everything's going well. I informed Oscar that I'm engaged, and suddenly he's sending Kara home with yogurts, egg sandwiches, everything under the book. I once stuck my hand in our daughter's bag right into an egg sandwich. Don't ask me why, it was just loose. We've gotten into several arguments about how he can't send food to my house, and how I can't control what he feeds our daughter. I thought I'd get an outside perspective.
Okay, but this is an allergy case. Alright, this is an allergy case. That's what I said. It's an allergy case. Okay, it's not so much that, like, the daughter has an allergy and the man is giving the daughter the allergy. That's not what's happening, but what is very much happening is that the mother has an allergy. Now, it seems a very extreme one, but like, just because she got engaged, you suddenly just let your kid go back with yogurts and cheese and stuff like that and dairy shit? No, you're not the asshole. He's the asshole. He's just like jealous. He's just jealous. You're not the asshole. No. He's jealous. He's jealous. But I would phrase the title a bit differently because it did seem controlling. But no, it's because of allergies. So yeah, it has a medical reason. If it has a medical reason, most of the time, it's okie doke. This was a short one. This was a very short one. A very easy one. slide right up, just... Yes, you're not the asshole. Let's move on, because these are fun. I love these. I love doing these. Yes. The question is, am I the asshole? 25M dropped off this girl 22F on the corner of the street at night after she told me to. Well, I will probably think that you're an asshole because she wants to get out of the car or whatever she is. They're both adults, so I mean, I wouldn't. It's her choice. If the problem is that it's on a corner at night, then no, because it's her own choice. And if the problem is that she just wants to get out right there and there, then yes, it is, because then you're such an asshole that she just wants to get away. Let's listen to the story. Let's listen to the story, shall we? Shall we? I mean, you can read along. I'm just gonna listen to it because I'm cool like that. Yeah.
Long story short, I had been seeing this girl on and off for 6 months, and we got into our biggest argument after a night out. Coming back from a nice Saturday dinner date we got into an incredibly stupid argument about how at my house earlier during the week, Tuesday, I had her help me take out clean dishes out of the dishwasher. The whole reason the dishes needed to be out the washer was because I had offered to cook dinner for her and let her smoke pot in my hot tub. I figured the whole thing would go faster if the two of us did the dishwasher together so I could begin cooking. Mind you, the dirty dishes from cooking were going to replace the clean dishes in the washer. Anyways, the dishes got put away and I thanked her for helping. We ended up having a good time that day and she ate. 3 days later, Friday, during a separate argument, she had mentioned that she thought that it was rude that I asked her to come over to the kitchen and just handed her a dish to help me out. The big issue she had with the whole thing was that she saw it as me expecting her to help and thought it was rude I didn't say please help. The reason it was being brought up in the car again on the way back to her place after our date was because she had asked if I wanted to air out any issues I had from our argument the day before. I brought up that I thought it was kinda ridiculous to get bogged down over the fact that I had asked her to help with the dishes and hand her a plate. Anyways, it turned into this whole argument in the car and we started unfortunately yelling at each other. I yelled that she was being spoiled about the whole situation. Maybe 0.7 miles or so before her house where I was supposed to drop her off, she had yelled, "Drop me off." I replied back in a loud tune, "Believe me, I'm trying to get there as fast as I can." She replied, "No, drop me off right now." So I pulled over to the nearest curb and dropped her off. She slammed the door and I reversed and drove off. On the drive back to my house I cooled down a bit, starting to feel awful about the whole situation. 15 minutes after I dropped her off she had called right as I got in the house. She was sobbing uncontrollably about the whole situation. She said she couldn't believe that I just drove off after dropping her off. She ended up calling her mom, who only a 3-minute drive away, to come pick her up. She and I talked over the phone for another 5 minutes and we decided to mutually go our separate ways. This girl and I are the perfect example of two people who like each other a lot but maybe aren't meant to be dating. At the end of the day she didn't even want to be friends, which I respect. I feel bad about driving off, but I feel as if I have a right to be upset too. The situation is still fresh, so I'm hoping given enough time we can rekindle at least a mutual friendship, but I'm not sure about anything. AYTA.
Oh, this is complicated. Okay, so you had an argument. You dropped her off 3 minutes car ride before her house. Are you the asshole? I mean, in that moment, I would think you're both mad at each other, right? You're both mad at each other. She just yells at you to stop right now and to drop her off. And because you're mad, you say, okay, go, and you drive off. You're mad. You're mad. So you don't think. You don't think. And honestly, it's a 3-minute car ride. You could have also just walked. The woman could have also just kind of walked. So I would say you're not the asshole for dropping her off. You were mad. But also, she's a bit entitled, I would say. Yeah, just, okay, finding it rude that you don't ask her and just give a plate, you know, okay, that I could kind of understand, but to make this entire fuss about it, I would just be like, hey, can you next time maybe ask me to help instead of just giving me a plate? You know, something like that would be better, but to make an entire fuss about helping out with the dishes, it's a bit much. And then also crying uncontrollably because you had to call your mom for a 3-minute car ride walk or something. How the fuck do you say that? A 3-minute car ride is if I would walk from here to my workplace. That's not that far. That's probably even a bit more. So no, I wouldn't understand why she wouldn't just walk home. I don't think you're the asshole. That's the point. I think you were mad, and that's why you just drove off, and she's making a too big fuss about it. Nah, you're not the asshole, mate. You're not the asshole. Nah. Got into an argument. That's alright. This one is already said by the population to be the asshole, but I want to have my opinion about it. Alright. Am I the asshole for calling my sister privileged when she had her baby? Well, she probably got it. If you're the asshole, then she probably got it in a very spooky little, cheeky little way, wouldn't she? It's a very short one again. We're gonna see what this privileged sister has to say, right? We're gonna see. I'm gonna go in hot. I'm gonna go in hot. That's what we're gonna do here. I wanna see if we can turn this person around, you know? We're gonna turn this person around. We're gonna make them look less assholey than they are, because everyone deserves that. Great.
My sister, 29F, has her first child last year. She works at a big tech company, so she got 6 months fully paid, and she had a doula. I think it's what she called her. Nearly full-time for the first month. Her husband is a doctor, so she gets the privilege of having a lot of money. They had a cleaner come by weekly, and her husband took a month off to be with her after the doula left. She complained to me last week about how hard it was for her to go back to work and how she still feels tired and she doesn't feel motivated. She has complained a lot since giving birth about how she feels, and I know I should have kept quiet and let she complain, but I got annoyed. I pointed out how privileged she was for being able to get help after birth and how she got way more time off than most people. I only get the 12 weeks FMLA, and I couldn't even take the whole thing because my BF had his hours cut and we needed the money. I felt like she had basically what most people would consider heaven in terms of care, and she was complaining, which was a slap in the face to my situation. She got mad and yelled at me for making the comparison, saying it had nothing to do with me and she felt like crap regardless of what help she got.
I don't know if it's the right term. I'm thinking that it's not the right term. But have you ever heard of postpartum depression? Wait, well, hold up. What it called if you get depressed after what was it called? Postpartum depression, that's it. Have you ever heard of that? It means when you get depressed after giving birth because you feel like you're not going to be good enough for the baby. And I mean, I'm assuming you live in America. I'm assuming because the healthcare system in America is a bit fucked. It's a bit fucked, but that's not your fault. It's also not her fault. And if she's feeling shit, if she's feeling unmotivated, you should help her and not be like, oh, you're not allowed to be sad because you have a good life. Dude, then there's only one person in this entire world who is allowed to be sad. And that is the person who has it the worst. That ain't allowed. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. So, yeah, I wouldn't say you're a complete asshole, because I can understand that from your point of view, she has a lot, and you feel frustrated that it is that way, and she feels that way. But I wouldn't say you're the asshole, but you're also not an asshole. You're also not an asshole. You should have done better. Yes, that's my answer. You should have done better. Think a little more often, and I hope you are there for your sister, because postpartum depression is a real thing. She needs you. She needs you, and I need you, and you need me. So, boop the like button for me, please. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next one. Am I the asshole for telling my niece it's not that hard to change? Well, she must be a very big of an asshole to need to change. That's the biggest thing. I'm curious, who is the asshole here? Is it the person who needs to change, or is it the person who suggested they need to change? Someone is a major asshole in here, and we are going to listen to it right now.
Niece, 18F, who I'll call B since she was 3. When we got her, she lied about everything and destroyed my personal items out of greed, anger, or pettiness. I remember one time I got a circle chair and she had apparently wanted one. Instead of asking for one, she took a pair of scissors and cut holes into mine. I lost a lot of stuff growing up due to this behavior. While she's less destructive of my property now, Al thought not my much, she still lies constantly and does things she's asked not to do. We caught her vaping at 16 and she'd give us a speech about how she's trying to be a better person. She does this all the time. Anytime she's caught lying, stealing, or taking someone else's property. She even went as far as to say my brother's girlfriend had stolen one of her Christmas presents. In reality, she took it and blamed it on her. When confronted about this, she apologized and said she just didn't want to get in trouble. I was shocked she went as far as to set someone up for a literal crime. She gave us the long speech about wanting to do better and then expected us to drop the subject. She's done this to other people, telling outright lies on them to turn people against them. Well, yesterday, my other niece on my brother's side, 18F, told me she's done trusting her because she had also lied to her about some things. My other niece texted me she was done and ranted about how she didn't trust her. While my mother, the woman who raised her, was in the hospital. B snuck out to hang out with friends and tried to see her ex-boyfriend, who she kept telling us had anger issues. So, naturally, my mother panicked. During that time, I had been waiting in the hospital for her to return. She was supposed to bring me a charger for my phone so I could keep in contact with everyone while I waited to see if my mom's condition improved and food since I hadn't eaten that day. Instead, she left me there while she went out to eat with friends with no source of transportation. B had asked to use my phone for my flashlight. Later, she began to lament about the things my other niece had said to her, revealing she went through my messages to see if me and my other niece talk, according to her. I told her that was an invasion of privacy and she started giving me the speech again. I finally told her I didn't buy it. That she's been doing this for years and it's not that hard to not lie or do things you're asked not to do. It's also not that hard to not lie on people as well. She went from seeming sorrowful to annoyed and had an attitude for the rest of the night. She's only 18, however. Maybe I'm being too hard on her or maybe it's harder to change than I think.
She's a motherfucking bitch, my dude. Oh, you're not the asshole, no. Oh my god. Stealing, lying, going out with friends while their mom is in the hospital. And then having the whole thing of, oh, I'm so sorry, I'll do better next time, I'll do better. Since you're 16 years old, it's the same age as me. Imagine me every single time saying, oh guys, I'm so sorry, I'll do better for 2 more years? No, you're not the asshole, absolutely not. Nope. Nope. But chat, with that is the end of this video. Let me know if in the comments which one you thought was the asshole, or if you disagreed with me, and obviously if you like this video, because I need some feedback sometimes and it helps me in the algorithm. So please, yay, if you liked it, put a thumbs up, but make sure to watch more of my videos because that helps even more. Thank you so much, and you're loved, I'm proud of you. Thank you all for coming, thank you all for staying, and thank you all for watching the show. Bye!